Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-August 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Taurus. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and jump in and get started then. So Taurus, in column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's happening through the end of August. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, let's go column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So a summary affirmation card to start with here. Taurus, we have the card, I feel transformed. So likely a pretty significant shift or change has happened for you in these last few weeks or month. This is great to see. I always feel like change isn't quite as significant as a transformation is. So really transformed, again, significant change last few weeks or month. But let's see what other messages we've got here. Okay, first up we have the Temperance card. Temperance is a card of balance and harmony. I always get super excited when this card comes up because I think in general we need more balance and harmony. So I like to see this here for you, Taurus. Potentially that was part of the transformation. On this other side of transformation, we seem to be in a period where things are more balanced, things are calmer, there's more harmony. It's interesting, there's even more like patience, self-control, moderation coming through as well. The next card that we have is the Magician. The Magician is one of those good cards we like to see anywhere in the readings. It's focused creativity. It's turning visions into reality. It's very inspired action. So I feel like we're turning our visions into reality. That's part of this major transformation that we've been through here. And at the bottom here, we have the Page of Cups. For some of you, this could have led to new loves. There could have been some new love these last few weeks. But the Page of Cups is also a card of being very hardworking, being very studious. So I believe that is one of the big messages coming through here. You know, we've worked so hard for this transformation. Let's go ahead and clarify and see what other messages there are here, Taurus. First up, we do have the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of working hard, mastering your craft. This is, again, reaping the benefits of your hard work. So kind of what we were talking about, that hard work, studious effort with the Page of Cups. So putting in the hard work to go through this transformation. But now you get to reap the benefits of the balance, the harmony, the patience, the self-control, the moderation. The next card that we have is the Chariot. Somebody once described the Chariot as the vroom vroom card. It's action, it's change, it's about being on that journey. So this was the journey to bringing your visions into reality. This was the journey of this transformation. And at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Cups, this is typically new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. Again, there could be some new love energy. That seems to be a message coming through here, Taurus. But I would be thinking about the proposal, the opportunity, this thing that we've been working so hard for. So really nice last few weeks, actually, it seems. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next column now, which is just general what's coming for the remainder of August. We have the card, I Am Destined. I always kind of have like a sigh of relief moment, Taurus, when I see the Destined card. It's like things are meant to happen. Things are destined to happen. I always tell people, though, this goes one of 2 ways, but either way is kind of the sigh of relief still. So this could be the stars aligning for you, everything so perfectly coming together. It was destined to happen. Or it's the opposite, Taurus, where no matter what you did, you just couldn't seem to impact the outcome or change the outcome. It was destined to happen that way. So do you realize there's some destiny happening there? Hopefully it's the instance where the stars align and it's everything you want it to be. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got going on here. So first up we have the Two of Swords. Anytime we have two of something on a card, it can be an indicator of a decision that needs to be made. So there could be a significant decision in these next few weeks, Taurus. The Two of Swords is also potentially a card of compromise. So maybe things are not quite going the way you planned. Again, remember they're destined to happen that way. But it could leave you kind of having this sense of feeling of compromise. The next card that we have is the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, self-respect, unconditional love. This is a card of courage though, and I feel like we need to keep pushing through. Even if we feel like we're in a situation of compromise, even if we feel like we are struggling to make this decision, it's something we have to push through on here. And then at the bottom here we have the Chariot, again once described to me as the Vroom Vroom card. There's action, there's change, it's about being on this journey. So I feel like the journey is continuing. I'm not sure if this is the same journey we were referring to before, but let's go ahead and clarify, see what other cards I can give you here. First up we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of stress, exhaustion, having too many burdens. You see this person's holding all of these wands and it's like you can't pick up one more thing. So I do think you're going to have a pretty busy next few weeks. Unfortunately, I do think the compromise is potentially going to come into play. Like things are going to feel compromised just because I feel like we're maxed out. We have so much going on here, Taurus. It's kind of like pushing it to the limit almost is what's feeling. The next card that we have is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. You do have some tired cards coming in here for sure between the Ten of Wands and the Four of Swords. But again, I feel like you're running at like max speed or you're providing max effort here to kind of get through some of these things that need to happen. So do be aware of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. Again, we can't run full speed forever, so just be aware of that. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of boundaries. It's also a card of being persistent. So again, we need to keep persistent. We need to keep pushing through and making progress, even when it feels like a compromise, even when it takes the courage to keep going forward on this journey. But there do need to be some boundaries as well. So again, try to be staying away from the Ten of Wands, burnt out type energy, the Four of Swords needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. So it's kind of this balance of being persistent, but not being burnt out here, Taurus. Again, we cannot run full speed forever. Okay, taking a look now at our next column, let's see what we've got here. We're going to talk about anything related to money. We have a quick affirmation card to start with. I enjoy what I have and I have more than enough. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here. First up, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a great card. This is victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So definitely some career or financial successes, victories coming this month. So I love to see that. Again, victory, success there. The next card that we have is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands can be a card of competition. I like this though because you're coming out as victor. You're coming out on top. So whatever this was, conflicting priorities or actually like competing for a job or competing for something, again, there was like some sort of competition here, and this is you coming out on top, Taurus, which is wonderful to see. At the bottom here, we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a card of being very tolerant, being very empathetic. You kind of really have done a good job of just rolling with the bumps, taking things as they come, which is great to see. And the persistence really did lead to beating this competition, leading to this victory. So I'm glad you stuck with it. It's definitely paying off. The King of Cups can also be a leadership card. So you could be taking a lead on something or taking an actual leadership role here, Taurus. Woohoo! Okay, so looking at our clarifiers, we have the Six of Wands on top of the Six of Wands. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love when this happens. It's the universe saying, I said what I meant. Very clean, crisp, clear message. So definitely coming out as victor, coming out with success here. Again, victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So coming out on top there, Taurus. The next card that we have is the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance, harmony, moderation. we talked about this earlier, but this is nice to see again. We were in this period of maybe conflict, but more so like competition, competing here, fighting for something. And now this will be a time of more balance and harmony. You won't be fighting so hard, which we even kind of touched on that in the last column there. And then at the bottom here, we have the Magician, another repeat card for you, turning visions into reality. So again, you're overcoming, you're winning, you're coming out on top here, Taurus, which is so cool to see. How meaningful is that to come out on top after everything? Okay, now let's look at our next column, which is anything related to love. So quick love message to start us off here. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love. I'm going to throw those down together just because of the way that they came out there, Taurus. And let's go from there. So it's interesting, you have your King pairing card, so both your throne cards here at the top. But starting at the bottom here, we have the King of Pentacles. This is about being solid, practical, wise. This is also an investment card. So are we investing where we need to be investing? And in short, I'm going to go with yes. So then on top of that, we have the King of Swords, which is very intentional, very strategic. It's validation that what we're doing is the right thing long term. So whatever this is in terms of love, wherever you're investing, the person you're investing in, the relationship, the animal, whatever it may be, this is nice validation here, Taurus, that we're putting the energy, we're putting the effort, we're putting the resources to the correct place. The next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience, delayed, waiting. You see this person planted their pentacles and now they're having to wait for them to grow. It's interesting. I feel like you may need this validation that you're doing the right thing because now you're entering into this period of waiting. And Taurus, it could have you questioning, oh, dang, did I do the right thing? Did I put this attention to the right relationship? Did I put these resources into the right relationship? I'm going to say yes. So looking at our next card, though, the Two of Wands, that is another waiting card. There could also be a decision here with the Two of Wands. But again, this is coming through more as validation because, so yes, you did do the right move. This is the right relationship, but there is some sort of waiting coming. So it's almost like you need this additional validation as you go into this wait. First and foremost here, we have the Queen of Swords as our clarifier. So heavy on the thrones here with two King cards and now a Queen card. But this is about communication. This is about honesty. So the Queen of Cups on top of the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Again, I do think that this is additional validation, but I feel like we need to continue to communicate. That's the message that's coming through here with this card. It's also a card of being self-sufficient here, so it's like you're driving this relationship. But again, confirmation that we're driving into the right relationship. We're putting resources into the right relationship where love matter. The next card we have is the Seven of Pentacles, so a couple repeat cards there for you. So we have the Seven of Pentacles on top of the Seven of Pentacles. We're definitely waiting, going into this period of wait, so do be ready for that. The next card that we have at the bottom here is the Knight of Swords. It's interesting because you have these waiting cards and then you have the Knight of Swords saying, okay, you've been waiting, then it's going to happen really fast. So there is going to be a change, but it seems like whatever this change is will be a little delayed. Again, my advice though would be to stick with it. I like the king, the queen at the top. Again, I think it's the right move. It's the right relationship. It's the right love matter, whatever that may be specific to you there, Taurus. Okay, looking at our fifth and final column now, we are pulling a summary affirmation card of I am sealed. Being sealed is all about taking on the things that are good for you and keeping out the energy that is not good for you. So you want to think about having this bubble around you that only lets in the good, keeps out everything else. So this final column is a message from our future self or spirit guides. So first up we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is telling us to trust our intuition. Very naturally, Taurus, you know what to block out and what not to block out. The next card we have is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a busy card. It does seem like we're going to be pretty busy, so I'm not surprised to see this. But the Seven of Cups can also be a card of being non-committal. So if you get to this situation and you're like, I'm not sure, or like you kind of have a weird gut feeling, again, we need to be trusting our intuition. So I feel like you're non-committal for a reason here, Taurus, so don't ignore that. Again, you know what to block out, you know what to let in. But at the bottom here we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is an opportunity, it's a proposal, it could be a relationship, but again, we need to listen to our gut if we're feeling non-committal here. So very much so about trusting our intuition and letting ourselves block out what we need or don't need to. On top of the High Priestess, we have the Hermit. This is a card of going within for clarity. What a perfect pairing of cards. This is saying trust your intuition, saying go within for clarity. No one knows like your heart, no one knows what your gut, no one knows like your intuition. So don't lose sight of that, Taurus. The next card that we have is the Lover's card. Of course, the Lover's card is a card of love. So potentially this could be a relationship that's not quite feeling right. But more than anything, anytime we have two of something on a card, it's a decision. So I feel like this could be a decision here, Taurus. But again, your gut and your heart are going to be telling you if it's a yay or nay. Again, you know what to block out. You know what not to let in. At the bottom here, we have the Page of Swords. This is very gossipy. It's like prying eyes. Again, I feel like there's a relationship or a situation that has a motive and maybe it doesn't support your motive. So that could be why you're getting this kind of non-committal feeling. This just feels like not aligned with what you need is what I'm going to say about the Page of Swords. So again, trust heavy on that intuition there, Taurus. Okay, but now at this time, we're going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them really quick. But question number 1, we have the 7 of Hearts. This is number 21 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the 5 of Clubs. This is number 33 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the 2 of Hearts. This is number 19 card. That's also a yes. So yeses across the board there, Taurus. Oops, sorry. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from this Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of August. This month you have Emerald, which is good for harmony, beauty. It opens you up for yourself or to a partner. It's very revitalizing and gives you an all-around nice sense of togetherness. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Note deck. Your Healing Note says, the best things in life are free, and it's important to never lose sight of that. So look around wherever you see friendship, loyalty, laughter, and love. There is your treasure. Thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Taurus, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your August.